Hey, what is good? It's your boy X coming at y'all with a brand new video, and as you guys can see, we're here on the token reward market talking about the best emerald cards you guys need to pick up first. So if you guys are excited for this video, make sure you guys smash that like button down below. I'll keep doing these as I get through, out all of these tiers over here. I'm probably going to go through and highlight like top 5s that I've used from a lot of these. Right now we're on the sapphire section, only picked up 2 of them right now, but the sapphire section to me seems a little bit underwhelming, as well as the emeralds if I'm being honest. I really don't think it's going to start picking up until maybe right here on the ruby tier or even the amethyst, but a little bit underwhelming, but we'll have to see what's going on. Even the amethyst is a little underwhelming because Christian Leitner used this exact same picture in one of last year's cards. But we're talking about the emerald cards. You can see there's 5 cards that I left up here, a lot of big men, and these are ones that I definitely don't recommend you guys pick up. Foil is just because, only silver badges, no gold, and a bronze badge is really just not worth it. My guy right here has some decent gold badges and some decent silver badges, but just really wasn't feeling it for me because he's only 6'4" attitude, which is tough. His shooting wasn't that great, and I already had some nice slashers, and there's other guys that I'll show you in the 2 that just played so much better. Carl Landry usually just always has such bad animations when it comes to like everything, so really just not it. And Ethan Thomas, again, only 1 gold badge and a word protector, and then Isaac Austin literally has a badge on his back down Punisher, so no way you should be picking up this card. Just absolutely buns. But we can go through and look at some of the cards that I have picked up myself and highlight some of the best that I think you guys should go ahead, try for yourself, and actually have some fun with. And the number one that I want to recommend to you guys is Henry Bibby. I'm thinking about making a video just entirely about this card because Henry Bibby is one that's getting slept on right now. Henry Bibby is obviously a little bit short at 6'1" at the PG position, but his stats are actually pretty decent. We got a 77 mid-range, an 81 3-point shot, good free throw as well. We can't dunk, which is tough, and obviously we can't speed boost too much, but to me it's not really that big of a deal because the reason I love this Henry Bibby card is his 11 gold badges. You guys can see we have catch and shoot, we got pick and popper, we have unpluggable, flexible release, green machine, and hot zone hunter, as well as gold steady. This Henry Bibby has been the most consistent shooter that I've had in the entire game. We also have a bunch of silver badges and 14 bronze badges that just kind of tick off a lot of the other things that he's missing out, and this Henry Bibby gets some beautiful boosts because of all of that. Check him out, try him out. I love his jump shot. He's super money, and even layups are so overpowered this year. So I'm cruising through historic domination and just getting nice and easy little splits for like 30 points or so. The next guy that I definitely recommend that you guys go ahead and pick up is this Klay Thompson right here, a 6'6" 2-guard. It's just absolutely beautiful, and the great thing about Klay Thompson is he has an 85 shot 3, one of the higher shot 3s in the entire game, so it actually is pretty nice. We have a decent perimeter defense as well, so he's still holding his own over there. Only thing is he's a little bit slow and only has 1 gold badge being catch and shoot, but has silver range and steady shooter along with bronze clamps, so he's one of the more consistent defenders that you will be using out here with a lot of these emerald cards. Again, a lot of these guys to me were very, very underwhelming, but with how shooting is right now, it's pretty nerfed, it's pretty bad. Greens are real hard to come by. A guy like Klay Thompson with a nice 85 shot 3 and gold catch and shoot is absolutely gorgeous. You can just throw it to him in the corner, and it's usually a pretty decent chance at a green. I'm not going to say it's automatic, but you have quite the ability to go knock down some shots with this Klay Thompson. Everybody's already been using this card. He's pretty well known right now, so not too much new knowledge here, but absolute beast if you know what you're doing with him. The next guy we have is Meyers Leonard. I actually used this in one of the gameplays that I did, and this Meyers Leonard is actually pretty decent. A 7-foot stretch big, basically, who again has an 83 3-point shot, and we got a 76 mid-range. Also has an 80 standing dunk and 81 free throw. So offensively, Meyers Leonard really is kind of just your guy, if we're being honest. His defense is really where it lacks, and that's why eventually I did move Meyers Leonard out of my lineup. Just some more defensive bigs sometimes can feel a little bit better, but Meyers Leonard off catch is just absolutely money because we have silver catch and shoot, we got silver corner, pick a popper, green machine, and hot zone hunter, as well as 4 pretty nice bronze badges as well. So a lot of the things that I was doing with this Meyers Leonard that made this card an absolute beast was a pick and pop coming down the court. Meyers Leonard off catch, again, like I said, is money. I actually really like his jump shot. Compared to 2K20, it is significantly better. Or another thing that worked really well is because I run the Bucks 2018 freelance, usually in the beginning of our possessions, it's basically a 5-out, so I can get to the paint, and a lot of the times I had Meyers Leonard and Klay Thompson on the court at the same time. So I had a kick out to Klay Thompson and a kick out to Meyers Leonard most of the time if one of those corners dropped, which was gorgeous and actually really helps me get some pretty easy buckets as I was going on with a lot of these challenges and stuff. And now that we got those big three out of the way, it kind of comes down to some guys where I'm a little bit less inclined to get them. But one guy that I do like is Avery Bradley. Although he is 6'3", he is one of the guys who can play some pretty consistent defense for you no matter what, and hit the occasional three with a 79. You can see we have that 84 perimeter defense, which is going to hold the zone and do some nice things. And again, he's really just there to hit the occasional three and play some really good defense, as Avery Bradley isn't somebody that I'd recommend using in the long term, but he's pretty quick. Again, clamping up is pretty important right now, and eventually you could always trade him in later on down the line into the exchange. But silver dimer, silver catch and shoot, tireless defender, and quick first step are really going to help you out, as well as hands for ace and space creator. Definitely not too bad, but isn't a card that I think really jumps out to me as being absolutely amazing. And the last card that I'm going to be shouting out is probably between this John Cognac and James Posey. Now, it's going to be a bit of a what do you prefer to use when you're actually playing the game, because John Cognac is a 7-foot center who is actually hyper defensive, kind of reminds me like a Tree Rollins type. You're not hitting any driving layups, but the post hook is cheesy with my guy. Has no shooting either, but has the 85 standing and dunk, which really helps him out. A 75 block and an 85 interior defense with some pretty good rebounding. And we have 4 gold badges: rim protector, moving truck, posted, lockdown, and brick wall, along with silver putback boss, box, anti-meter rebound chaser, and worm. So actually using this John Cognac, he was basically just a, I guess, skinny Shaq, we could say, because he just got down there, got a lot of boards, we get a lot of putback dunks, and just play some good defense. He was just that big body to have in the paint because he is 7 foot. So there really wasn't too many people who could get there going and really shoot over him. It was really helpful to actually use him against guys like the Opal Hakeem Olajuwon that I was going against, because I could wall him up, at least stand up pretty straight and tall, and have John Cognac play some pretty good defense on there. So if you like some more traditional non-shooting big men, I think he's definitely your guy. But again, if you like shooting, you can go more towards Meyers Leonard. But as time went on, I definitely moved towards John. And the last but not least, we'll just count John Cognac as an honorable mention, is going to be James Posey. Now, James Posey, the reason I like him every single year in 2K is he's a beautiful 3-and-D option. You can see we got an 81 offense, 80 defense overall, and we have 2 gold badges: cross key scorer and green machine. Green machine helps us get consecutive greens, which is pretty hard, so having that badge is definitely a big boost. And we have 8 silvers, including some nice finishing ones like Pro Touch, Fancy Forward, Contact, and Consistent, as well as Tireless Defender, which is nice, as well as 4 little bronze badges like Quick First Step. The one thing that does annoy me is that he doesn't have catch and shoot, despite having an 81 shot 3 and a 78 mid-range, but even without it, you can actually catch and shoot pretty well. I love James Posey's release. It's kind of just staying closer to the ground and kind of chucking it up, and we have some pretty decent defense. It's not amazing, but it's solid all around, and he's not the slowest of cards either. Again, the fact that we have somebody like this as one of the best cards from the token market for Emerald kind of shows where we are at when it comes to the general token market, I guess, feel, because somebody like James Posey is an okay card, nothing crazy, but is pretty high up there when it comes to our Emerald cards. So those are who I'd use. Again, if I'm being honest, out of all the ones, I really only recommend that you pick up Henry, Bibby, Klay Thompson, and maybe Cognac, just because they're probably the best ones. Henry Bibby is an absolute bucket. Akers hold the zone on defense. Klay Thompson, 3-and-D god, and John Cognac is just that inside presence. I absolutely love him. And again, when it comes to all of these token market cards, I really don't think it starts picking up until maybe the ruby or amethyst tier. But I'm gonna keep cranking out the rest of the day. We're gonna be going through some domination, cranking these out, hopefully finishing up historic sometime by midday, and then we can get it popping. So let me know what you guys have used in the Emerald Token Market cards that have been your absolute favorite. My favorite, I think, out of all these is easily Henry Bibby. So let me know what yours has been. Like if you guys did enjoy, and subscribe if you guys are new. We are on that road to 7.1K. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see y'all in the next video.